You gotta be awake. The Value to Being an Educated Child Care Provider by Cindy Seeley. Child care can be more than just watching children if you take extra steps to become educated in contracts and policies and the safety of children and parent aware, and also the way the environment is set up. Contracts and policies. First, you need to explain the history of your child care. How many years you have been in service and what kind of jobs you've had in the past. When you explain to the parents your history of child care, that gives them an insight into your child care and your education. You also have to have clear policies for parents to read and understand. The best way to take your policies and contracts is to sit down and talk with the parents and explain everything that you expect out of the child care. Emergency policies are good to have listed in your contracts and policies. It helps parents to understand them. Licensing, it's good to be a licensed child care provider, and if you have it in your policies, it will explain to parents how many children you can take care of and at what times you work. Cost of child care. If you have it clearly wrote out that you have a plan of getting paid weekly, when you expect it, how much for each child, parents will be able to follow that plan. Children's items that can come to child care is important to have in your policies and contracts. It states blankets, diapers, formula, the things that you need the parents to bring to child care. Things you do not want parents to bring needs to be listed in those policies also. Behavior of children. What are you as a child care provider going to do if there is behaviors? Do you have the same expectations as the parents? What do you plan? How do you plan to talk to children? And is this the way the parents do things at home? Forms for child care. You will have forms that the parents need to fill out, and you need to make sure that the parents are understanding each one of the forms, because the state of Minnesota will want to have those on hand when they come in, if there is any issues or problems that they need to come to your child care, or even if they come as a surprise inspection. Being educated and understanding all these forms will help you as a child care provider run a better business. Safety for children. Child care emergency plan. You need to be prepared for anything that could happen. Right now we are seeing a virus over the United States. This is something that I had in my policies planned out ahead of time, that we are going to send messages through text. Parents are going to be informed, and parents were able to respond to me when this was occurring. Parents will also know how to contact if there's an emergency. Some of the other emergencies is fire, tornado, power outage, chemical, flood, violent incidents, environmental temperatures, and infectious disease. We as child care providers need to be educated and understand when it is not safe for the children to be outside, or if the anything that happens around us. If we need to be alert and aware. Parent aware and child care aware help fund child care providers in many ways. Training. We get trained in several different aspects of child care. Education with college can be paid for through the Teach scholarships, and it helps pay for books and transportation to the school, and even having a helper in taking care of the children while we are being educated. In childcare and out of childcare, trainings can be done with Parent Aware. They have coaches that will come into the child care provider's environment, check over the safety of the environment and how the environment is set up educationally for the children to learn. Online training can be done with Parent Aware and Child Care Choices. As a Parent Aware, to get 4-star rating, you need to have 32 hours of training, and they will help you get better contracts and policies put together for families to be able to understand. Coaches will also be able to help you with building quality. It's a $5,000 grant that can be given to a child care provider when issues in the home have came up. If the doors are not shutting properly, windows are not shutting properly, or there could be a furnace issue, there could be swing sets, they will help fund and help improve those issues. Parent Aware also supports families. If a child care provider is a 4-star rated child care, they can get $7,500 or $7,500 per child for scholarships. These scholarships will pay for child care. You do not need to be a low-income family. You can, as long as you fill out the forms and your child is between the age of 3 and 5 years old, Parent Aware will look over the forms and decide if they have the funding to give out at that time. In Pennington County, I am one of the only child care providers that have a 4-star rating. If there was more providers that had 3 or 4-star ratings, parents could take and transfer scholarships from daycare to daycare. So this also gives more reason to be an educated child care provider. This is a better program than CAP. That's Child Assistant Programs. And environment being set up in proper way for children and safety is the main priority. Being an educated child care provider, you know how to help families when in need, respond to an emergency when they happen, and set the environment up for learning. That is my reason for being an educated child care provider and why I stand for education, for being in child care. Thank you. You got to